Frozen veg? How dare I? Fresh vegetables are obviously better, right? Wrong. Frozen veg is better, and I'll tell you why. Frozen vegetables are just as nutritious, if not more nutritious, than their fresh counterparts. Freezing occurs right as the vegetables are harvested, immediately locking in the nutritional value. With so-called fresh produce, the second it's harvested, the nutrient value immediately begins to diminish. And the time from when it's picked to when it's cooked by you can be lengthy. Let's take some carrots as an example. At the farm, they're picked from the ground. Then they're washed and loaded onto trucks to transport to a nearby packing facility. They're stored there in fridges for a time, anything from a few hours to a few days. Then they're transported to a distribution centre where they're stored again for longer, a few days or even a week. Then they're transported to shops, which can take any length of time depending on how far away they are. The trucks are unloaded and the carrots are then stored on the shelf in the shop. It could be a few days on the shelf. Then you buy it. You take them home and you store them in your cupboard or the fridge. They'll stay there until you decide to cook them. By that point, it can be a long time ago since they were first harvested. For example, vegetables can be imported into Europe or the United States from as far away as South Africa. No matter where you are in the world, there's a good chance your vegetables are being transported great distances. That vegetable is dying from the moment it's picked, losing its nutritional value. Whereas the frozen ones were frozen immediately after harvesting and so retain their full nutritional content. Another reason frozen is better is that because growers know they're going to be frozen, they can allow those vegetables grow to peak ripeness in the last week of ripening. Whereas vegetables that are going to be sold on the shelf sometimes have to be picked 2 or 3 or 4 weeks before peak ripeness. That extra few weeks of growth to ripeness can see a huge increase in nutritional content for frozen vegetables. A lot of people turn their noses up at frozen vegetables. Don't. You should be embracing them. Still not convinced? Studies have been done on the nutritional content of fresh versus frozen veg. Frozen onions were compared with fresh onions, and it was found that frozen onions had almost double the vitamin C than the fresh onions. Similar with peas. Frozen peas had almost 6 times more vitamin C than fresh peas. Frozen sprouts had 8 times more vitamin C than their fresh counterparts. Frozen veg is the way to go. What's more, frozen veg is also more convenient because it doesn't go bad. It sits in your freezer for a long time, waiting for whenever you need it. Cook them straight from frozen, you don't even have to defrost them first. Whereas I know you've experienced fresh vegetables going bad on your shelf or fridge, we all have. Maybe you love cooking, maybe you love cooking vegetables every day. Some people find it relaxing, therapeutic even. If you are one of those, lucky you. But for the vast majority of people, cooking vegetables and cooking in general is basically like unpaid labour. Preparation beforehand and then cooking and then cleaning up afterwards is time consuming. That's fine now and then, but doing it every day, it gets old fast. Especially if you're cooking for kids too, or you're working late and you're tired and craving something tastier and more instant. Okay, so what about canned vegetables? Canned vegetables are certainly better than no vegetables at all, but they are inferior to fresh and frozen for a couple of different reasons. Number one, they're sitting there in the can in water and the nutrients are water soluble, meaning they will leach out into that water. The other thing is, the canning process to preserve them and give them a long shelf life will affect many important nutrients, especially B vitamins and vitamin C, so canned vegetables will have an inferior nutritional value compared to fresh or frozen. So canned veg isn't as good, but they are certainly better than none at all. I eat them all the time. I have them in my cupboard as an emergency in case I have nothing else in the fridge or freezer. They're still filling and they still have really good nutritional content despite losing some of it. So definitely do consider canned vegetables too. But frozen is best unless, you pick your own veg. Those would be top tier, or maybe if you get them fresh from a farm or farmer's market. Farmer's markets, it depends on the reasons that I've already given, the ripeness when the farmers picked them, the season, how long ago they picked them. It's probably best just to have a chat with the sellers of the produce. If they're picked recently at full ripeness, amazing. Are vegetables making you fat? Probably not, but maybe your friends are, or your partner. Check out the video on screen now for more about that, and thanks for watching.